Now, a new report out today. The Reserve Bank has offered a sobering assessment on the rental market, but I don't think it will particularly come as a surprise to anyone who's been renting in our capital cities any time lately. Luke, the report basically blames sluggish home construction, investment, and obviously continued high demand for properties. It's going to continue to force up rents and lock up availability. I mean, you're on Talkback every night. What are you hearing from renters or even landlords about the situation?
Well, from renters, let's start there. Very, very difficult. Very, very difficult. I mean, we've got pensioners right now in Australia. We know with the surge in power prices, it's heat or eat when it comes to winter. And it's not that bad from what I'm hearing from my listeners for renters, but it's certainly very tough and sacrifices are being made. Now, this will be blamed by some on the pandemic, but what we saw this week, Caleb, we saw the classic government intervention. We had the Premier of Queensland come out and say, we're going to put a rent on caps. That'll help people. That will not help people. That will keep investors out of the market. It will have people who are in the market now get out of the market and invest somewhere else because they're entitled to put up some capital and get a return. Government's got to get out of the way. This is about red tape. This is about opening up land. This is about making it easy for people, for institutions, whatever, to build premises and give people some space. More properties, lower rents. It's pretty obvious. Governments just have to stop interfering.
Well, if governments want to get involved, I'll tell them one thing they ought to look at, and that's the number of properties that are owned by Chinese investors in this country. There are apartment buildings in capital cities all over this country that are near empty because the apartments have all been bought off the plan by Chinese investors and no one's in them. It's probably about time we took a look at the investment rules.